Music Cafe, 23A New Park Street, Leicester, LE3. Doors 10:30 till 4 a.m. I love the 90s, R&B, dancehall, UK garage, club classics and Halloween anthems. DJs, Attish, Black Vinyl Magic, Glamour, KMS and Lady Envy. Early bird tickets £3 and £5 standard via skiddle.com or more on the door. Fancy dress or your Halloween outfits are welcome. Best dressed goodie bags given away all night. Come and get a super night of 90s music, taking you back, playing all your favourites on the dance floor. For more information and future events, visit toofunkycomplex.co.uk. I love the 90s Halloween special.
Punch Record presents Jamaica Songbird, the amazing Romain Virgo live. Romain Virgo live with his band plus full support on Friday, October 27th at the Too Funky Cafe, 23 New Park Street, Leicester. Get your tickets now from all usual outlets or available online from dice.fm. Don't miss Romain Virgo, the Love Doctor live. Friday, October 27th at the Too Funky Cafe, New Park Street, Leicester.
Black History Month on Radio 2 Funky, celebrating and exploring Black music, arts and heritage in October 2023. Find out more about Black History Month in Leicester at blackhistorymonth.org.uk.
Try flexing the place, but I promise you nobody flex like we. 25 degrees, I'm boiling. Still step with my drip on freeze. 3.5 of the pack got smoke. Everybody in the room looks so lean. Try to ask for a pack, I said no. Jay, why you gotta be so mean? Man try flexing the place, but I promise you nobody flex like us. Still got goals to my name, I'm techie like. Do you really wanna shoot your shot? Should've seen a guest list full of paintings. It's mad, I ain't even gotta talk too tough. Try to ask for a pick, I said no. I ain't even showing these chicks no love. Ayy, I just come to the party, 3 man deep, that's Dylan and Cooley. 5 figures in a whip, that's bookie. 1-2 bang if it try school me. And if I bring man to the party, Barbies, Browning, baddies and booty. One wave, you can never be losing. Step to the metro, looking all booming. She's like, who the man making a fuss? Course it's gang, course it's us. This one said she gonna burn my bridge. She like, I already cut that off. 2 things in the whip looking outrageous. On the M6, I just came from cop. Been a good year and the money kept doubling. Would've thought I came with Irish dons. I'm stacking my paper, I'm chasing my cheddar. I'm talking the truth like I'm Nelson Mandela. Best talk about P if you're calling my seller. Just came from a whole different era. 2 different countries in 28 hours. I fly out to Dam and I'll re-up on powers. Your goof and a wimp in the cupboard. The rotten to I'll turn them to powder. Man try flexing the place, but I promise you nobody flex like we. 25 degrees, I'm boiling. Still step with my drip on freeze. 3.5 of the pack got smoke. Everybody in the room looks so lean. Try to ask for a pack, I said no. Jay, why you gotta be so mean? Man try flexing the place, but I promise you nobody flex like us. Still got goals to my name, I'm techie like. Do you really wanna shoot your shot? Should've seen a guest list full of paintings. It's mad, I ain't even gotta talk too tough. Try to ask for a pick, I said no. I ain't even showing these chicks no love. You fake boys. If you hate the kid, then don't big me up. While she was at home doing nothing, I was in the penthouse counting them pinkies up. I don't need your loving. I got 2 bad bees with a back off full twerking. Try telling me something, you waste man, you can't say nothing. Really and truly, I could've just switched. Paid in full, do like Mitch. 35 degrees, I beef her like. Did I really have to ice my wrist? Step through with a fresh trim from a barber. That's no cap, I don't tell no fibs. Gotta let them know, keep it frank like Ribbery. Man, we can do it like Bayern did. And stack all of them pinky notes. I need it all, I never been picky. I came in the game like EA and 50 sticky. Can't take man for no pick me. Lizzie, excuse-moi. 4-on-1, wanna see my repertoire. Wait, beef is sets on the start. If I pull out this mic, then it's Man try flexing the place, but I promise you nobody flex like we. 25 degrees, I'm boiling. Still step with my drip on freeze. 3.5 of the pack got smoke. Everybody in the room looks so lean. Try to ask for a pack, I said no. Jay, why you gotta be so mean? Man try flexing the place, but I promise you nobody flex like us. Still got goals to my name, I'm techie like. Do you really wanna shoot your shot? Should've seen a guest list full of paintings. It's mad, I ain't even gotta talk too tough. Try to ask for a pick, I said no. I ain't even showing these chicks no love. J1, J1. J1, 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 J1. J1, J1.
Business Show with Mahmood Reza.
Performance. Yeah. Oh my word. But the body's got man thinking deep. I want to sweep her off her feet. Come through in a Jeep. Tell me about your life, I want to know the whole heap. Cause I know the hill is steep. Playing hard to get, but I know she's mine to keep. Good girl in the daytime, but at night time I know you're a freak. Because the body posture's just so unique. Let's link at the hotel suite. That's if you wanna come. Like if I made a sweat, I leave on neck. I got everything we need on deck. I knew the first time we met. Time with me you wouldn't regret. Ready to take the next step, just give me the day, girl, you can select. What's going on? I can tell that something's wrong. Cause your charisma and your character and your upbeat energy's gone. I've been calling you all day long. I notice your phone ain't been on. Trying to get through I've been trying to get through so long. What's going on? I had a little drink up the other day and I wanted you to come along. Cause I know me and you, we get along. You can tell me anything cause you know I'm not gonna tell no one. You can show me anything cause you know I'm not gonna show no one. Keep this between me and you. Look, I lost a loved one too. Gone, but what can we do? We just have to pull through. It's not just you with problems, I've got problems too. It's not just you with problems, I've got problems too. Any time of the day it's on. She said my voice is turning her on. Can't deny me and you got a bond. You make me think them tall and strong. But come jump on the magical. The feeling's right. How could it be wrong? When I the thing I keep my gold on. She want me to take off the bumper shaking like a pom-pom. But I don't know where you get your energy from. I can feel your energy coming on strong. But
Black History Month on Radio 2 Funky.
With Mahmood Reza.
Welcome, folks. Welcome to the Arts Business Show. It's I think it's a pretty good, decent, beautiful day here. It's 10:08 and some change on Radio 2 Funky 95 FM, and we're 5 days into Black History Month. We had two wonderful tracks there to kick-start the day for us. That's Flex J1, followed by Ghetto Love Story. And now, all being well, subject to diary constraints, we've got a wonderful guest coming on at 10:35. I'll tell you more about that in a few moments there as well. We're going to be sharing some stuff off the wonderful bulletin board, and you're sitting at home doing work, whatever you're up to, and you're probably thinking, oh, what is this bulletin board you refer to, Mahmood? Well, the bulletin board is where communities, projects, different stuff that's going on within the city of Leicester and its environment contact us, and we share what's going on here, so you get to be aware of some of the wonderful stuff that's occurring within Leicester and its surroundings here. So if you fancy having your event, project, activity, exhibition, whatever you want to call it, showcased and read out on the bulletin, then drop us a line at info@radio2funky.co.uk, and I'll be dipping into that between now and when the show comes to a conclusion around about midday, and then we'll share some music, some chat, talk about the arts, talk about lots of other stuff. But for now, let's dive straight back into another track here. And this is a bit of a warm-up here, and I think really celebrating the theme of Black History Month, which is before Windrush.
From a They brag a man has walked in space, but you can't even find my place. There ain't nothing you can do, 'cause I've had enough of me, baby, being part of you. Just who do you think you are? This time you've gone too far. Just who do you think you are? Take it like a man, baby, if that's what you are. 'Cause I'm moving on up, you're moving on out, moving on up. Nothing can stop me. Moving on up, you're moving on out. Time to break free. Nothing can stop me. Moving on up, moving on up, moving on up. Moving on up, moving on up, moving on up. Moving on up, moving on up, moving on up. Moving on up, moving on up. Moving on up, you're moving on out. Moving on up. Nothing can stop me. Moving on up, you're moving on out. Time to break free. Nothing can stop me. Moving, moving, moving. Nothing can stop me. Moving, moving. Time to break free. Nothing can stop me.
On 95 FM, on DAB, and online at radio2funky.co.uk.
How you guys feeling tonight?
Leicester's black music and arts station, Radio 2 Funky.
You a bad chick, run it up, freak. She touch her toes like what? She said it's summertime, she tryna have some fun. Get lit. If you a freak, do your thing. Don't run, don't do no running. It's summertime, yeah, we ain't cuffin'. Finna take this little chick, yeah, her man ain't on nothing. Forget pound town, I'm tryna go to Soul City. Your chick turned up, she said, can you come and get me? Like what? Okay, let's get it. I just messed up the whole program. I beat her off the wall, knock her down, get nasty on cam. She know I love her right, all night, alright. Turn off the lights, I'm beating like a mic. Tell her don't run from this pipe. Let me see you run it up, go ahead, shake some. Your chick going down, she just put my chains on. Got her going crazy, legs shaking, watch her move. Told her you gotta run it up, not the one who made the rules. Left, right, let me see you do it. Left, do it, right, do it. Left, do it, right, do it. Left, do it, right, do it. Left, run it up, go stupid, run it up. Left, run it up, run it up, run it up. Go ahead, run it up, right. Left, right, left, right, left, right.
Blue
run
face,
it up.
let's go.
Blue face, baby. 2, 1 me, but it's enough. Bought a butt for my butt. Left, right. Good. I put more hot dog in these buns than a hot dog ever been in a bun. Bum. Let me see you do the woody woo. I'm in the club with this ice. Booty hoo, blue face, schoolyard crib. Who is you? You and you. Follow me, you gon' make it to the dressing room. Take that. Oh, baby, do what you do. Do it. I'm a crip, she blew it. Everything on me brand new, you knew it. I put more nuts and guts than up in the gut. If I put it down on her, she giving it up.
Bad chick, run it up, freak. She touch her toes like what? She said it's summertime, she tryna have some fun. Get lit. If you a freak, do your thing. Don't run, don't do no running.
Hurricane is soaking. Get up like an ocean. Shorty kept that in the water and it's floating. Can't do it slow motion. Ay, fuck it up, head down, hands on your knees. Yeah, fashion over dress, she gon' buy one every weekend. Just touchdown, got a Betty on defense. Keep it on the low, he don't know that you creepin'. Left, right, okay, right. The taste like Mike and Ice. She said, what's your type? I ain't got no type. But you gotta be, yeah, how to write. It's right.
Bad chick, run it up, freak. She touch her toes like what? Like, she said it's summertime, she tryna have some fun. Get lit. If you a freak, do your thing, don't run. Don't do no running.
The Arts and Business Show with Mahmood Reza.
And it is, and we had two gorgeous tracks, didn't we, folks, there? We had Moving On Up, M People, followed by 310 or 310, Baby Slack City. And it's 10:16 and a few seconds coming up to 10:17 here. The weather outside, it's averaging about 14, 15 degrees C, and it's going to go up and down like a mini roller coaster, getting to the heights of 19 and drop it back down to about 14 over the next few days here. The nights are coming in much faster, the days are getting shorter, and we're hurtling towards the shortest day of the year. And the shortest day of the year, by the way, folks, is on the 21st, 22nd of December. A few hours of daylight compared to about 14, 16 hours of daylight back in early June. How quickly the weather changes for us. Now, as I said, we've got a special guest coming up at 10:35. I'm not going to say too much about this guest, except they are the co-founder of one of Europe's largest events for black technologists. Now, the event is taking place in a couple of weeks' time, so there's always going to be a possibility that their diary is going to be too chocker. These things always move at a fast pace, but fingers crossed, we're going to be speaking to Ashley at about 10:35. But until then, let's have some more music. I'll give you a little bit of insight what we're going to be talking about later on in the show. But for now, let's go back to the music. Let's rest those vocal cords. And there's a couple of tracks here called Advice, Radio Edit, and then followed by All Night. Do you fancy some of that? Let's do it.
Number one.
I don't need advice. Talk with them, talk, I know, pay attention. Them no be my size. Came from the back door, straight to the front door. I know that this guy's so jolly. Know that this guy's so jolly. First they love you, then they you. I'm on at the story of my life. Came from the back door, straight to the front door. I know that this guy's. Talk with them, talk, I know, pay attention. Them no be my size, so jolly. No be my size, so jolly. First they love you, then they you. I'm on at the story of my life. I don't wanna go outside, one want me. Igboro song go, one want me. I want the me go, one line me. I'm on my love, feel cool, Lord, no try me. Yeah, kilo date of me, oh. Shena because of my khaki, oh. They want to put sand for my Gary, oh. I know need advice. Talk with them, talk, I know, pay attention. Them no be my size. Came from the back, gone straight to the front door. I know that this guy's so chale. Know that this guy's so chale. First they love you, then they you. I'm on at this story. I wanna go say they are carnival. Them no know say myself I be Hannibal. I dey chop, I be cannibal. I'm on belly, I'm a bit. I'm a for the matter, I be like I be human being. Myself, I be human being. I get the money, we go buy their dreams. I get money, only one man, don't forget his power. And 22 man, where they hate the brother. If I help him, I go cause kasala. If I drop, I do it be straight kalala. I did like my tire, can sorry for their bad mind, me, I for this longer. If my mouth, I go treat him. If your mouth, I go straight him. I don't need advice. Talk with them, talk, I know, pay attention. Them no be my size. Came from the back door, straight to the front door. I know that this guy's so jolly. Know that this guy's so jolly. First they love you, then they you. I'm on at the story of my life. Came from the back door, straight to the front door. I know that this guy's. Talk with them, talk, I know, pay attention. Them no be my size, so jolly. No be my size, so jolly. First they love you, then they you. I'm on at the story of my life.
Beep, she said she wanna go, alright. Beep, we pull up and I go, alright. Beep, she said she wanna go, alright. Beep, she said she wanna go all night. Baby, them legs are long and lethal. Let me buy you a drink. Sit here and sip it with me. So pretty in this lighting. Oh, you wanna grab your coat and we'll go and pull up in my Jeep. She said the love don't come free. You wanna touch, you pay me. Oh, she don't wanna go slow. Shawty got cake. Play me on the aux cord. We can make it tape. Body like bankroll. She don't like change. That's right. Take it to the shot though. All up in my lap though. Girl so sweet. Hotel top flow at the valet. That's right. It ain't no breaks. That's right. Beep, she said she wanna go. Alright. Beep, we pull up in my go. Alright. Beep, she said she wanna go on night. Beep, she said she wanna go on night.
Yeah, baby girl, now who you follow come? Say that booty is a blessing, no be silicone. Say I no go fit to take a man, say bring it on. Bad girl got me shooting like a minigun. Whoa, wake up in the morning, it's so cold. She don't want no love, she just wanna get that dough. From the parlor to the room, she dey give me proper. She want kill a brother, holy father. Yeah. No, she like it when I take it slow. Breaking up her back, she say let's keep it on the low. Giving you my shit, you gon' feel it in your dome. Say I'm way up, I don't too many I stay prayed up. Need that booty by my side, I'm gon' wait up. Let me put that panties to the side and fill it up. Let me fill it up.
Beep, she said she wanna go, alright. Beep, we pull up in my go, alright. Beep, she said she wanna go all night. Beep, she said she wanna go all night.
Deep sea diving, I'm in it, I know. Can I be honest? I want it. Beautiful skin, showing her stomach. I beat, pull up to your spot tonight. I bet I dig deep, she know what I'm on tonight. Nah, license, I ain't finna crash shit. Look at them curves, giving my word, I swear I'm on it. I swear that you are the only one that I want. I'm cool on whatever doing, I ain't finding but for now, I swear we vibing. She ain't trying, still the baddest, my opinion. Brown girl, I don't mind it, I'm not lying. She got me tatted, so I feel it. To the top floor we going, I got a balcony. Gotta give her 100, can't give her half of me. She know she getting keep with me, my free. Yeah, we on that time tonight. Put her to deep sleep, no ain't gotta say goodnight.
Beep, she said she wanna go, alright. Beep, we pull up in my go, alright. Beep, she said she wanna go all night. Beep, she said she wanna go all night. Beep, she said she wanna go, alright. Beep, we pull up in my go, alright. Beep, she said she wanna go all night. Beep, she said she wanna go all night.
Got what it takes to be a presenter? Or looking to gain valuable experience behind the scenes in radio? Why not join us at Radio 2 Funky? To get involved or for more information, contact info@radio2funky.co.uk or call us on 011 62 55 9837. Radio 2 Funky.
The Arts and Business Show with Mahmood Reza.
And folks, have you thought about becoming a radio DJ? You may not have the experience or you may not have done it before, but that's no problem at all because you're going to get super support, you're going to get super training here as well. It's a great way to develop your own sort of personal soft skills, hard skills. It's the ability to make your stamp in terms of your musical taste, the type of show you want to present to our wonderful listeners here. We've got a growing audience all the time. Even though the station's only been going for 2 or 3 years, it's phenomenal the amount of people that give us their trust and loyalty and actually listen to us via DAB, via FM, via online as well. So if you're in that 16 to 35 age bracket, you want to be part of a wonderful team, you love music, you want to make that stamp, be a tastemaker, get involved. As I said, you don't need experience, you're going to get that full training, and even if it's not a career path you want to pursue for yourself, it gives you so much more to add to your CV, to your enjoyment, developing those communication skills, planning skills, what's not to love. So drop us a line at info@radio2funky.co.uk. Now, it is Black History Month. Now, Black History Month is celebrated in the UK and Canada in October. It's celebrated in other parts of the world in different things. And after 10:30, we're going to dive in a bit more about the background of Black History. Now, the theme is before Windrush, and when I was really up on the show, I was looking not just what Leicester City Council and the wonderful organisations in Leicester have published about Black History Month, but looking at the history of some of the people that are showcased there, and it's phenomenal, the backstories there, and I'm going to share some of those with you after that. And even though it's not the official birthday of Windrush, I think it's worthwhile reminding ourselves later on about what Windrush is, and just visualise this situation. And this is like scratching the surface. Imagine somebody invites you to a birthday, they're really gung-ho about that, you got all that, you get yourself geared up, you come in, you arrive in their house with the expectation you're going to have big open arms there to welcome you. You've gone to the effort and energy of actually making that trip, only to be met by hostility, resentment, racism, not for everybody who's in that room, but pretty much universal, both in terms of the person who owns the house and all the invited guests there as well. And that's only giving you a peripheral view of what it was like with the first people who came via Windrush and pre that time as well. So it's worthwhile having a look at that. Let's go back into another track. We're going to have a bit of a break for the news beat. I love that section for a couple of minutes there. And then, all being well, in terms of state of activity, we're going to be welcoming Ashley Ainsley. I'll tell you more about Ashley after we've heard some music, after we've had the break, and I'll dip into that bulletin board and a bit more after 10:30. Until then,
Make money all day. Amen. Thank God that I bust that court case. Amen. I was so stressed, you can call me no Surrey. Done 100 rats with my shank so big. Amen. Coming straight out the mud. I was really running out of luck. You know it's different when you come. Yeah, I'm glad I changed my life. What goes around comes around. Started that robbing stuff. Looking in my Costa cup, only had the £100. Let him go, run him down. Say something now, sincere sorry though, still he ain't coming round. Louis V money, spend that in restaurant. I'm back from high school, Iron's at F1 in the 9. I'm like Harry in one direction. Although I'm the bro, I still want Stefflon. Car European, house Coliseum. Ting from LA, she want go museum. Even though my mansion cost me 1.5, but $500,000 for my BM. Got yourself and your friend, hand on my watch, get yourself in the 9, I'm not Richard Branson. Jose at Stanford, tryna make everybody eat like I'm Rashford. Make money all day. Thank God that I bust that court case. I was so stressed, you can call me no Surrey. Done 100 rats with my shank so big. Coming straight out the mud. I was really running out of luck. You know it's different when you come. Yo, I'm glad I changed my life.
That green on my door goes private. School told Henny, told them don't dive in my pool. They said I was a fool. Now look, now I'm getting major paper. Knew I'd be the man back when I was playing Sega. I was just on A-Wing eating Space Invader. Now life's amazing, Harry King's my neighbor. I just landed these Cali's, they came from the Bay. I had birds flying like Denzel on training day. He was on top, now it's like Andy from Toy Story. Walked in his room, the way his buzz dropped. When would these guys learn? She said it's my I said nah baby girl, it's just my turn. I was selling drawers, going from door to doors. I got more Jordan 4s than all the stores. Even kick gaming, come on my kick game. Shortage, I turn the strip into Brick Lane.
Make money all day. Thank God that I bust that court case. I was so stressed, you can call me no Surrey. Done 100 rats with my shank so big. Coming straight out the mud. I was really running out of luck. You know it's different when you come. Yo, I'm glad I changed my life. Yo, like, you know it's 10 M's for the re-up. Anything tryna cuff me, need a prenup.
Radio 2 Funky.
News.
Welcome to Radio 2 Funky Newsbeat, your source for the latest headlines.
Experience a powerful musical showcase featuring some of Leicester's independent artists and a selection of 12 artists from Black, African and Caribbean ethnicities. The And I Still Rise tour stops in Leicester on Friday 27th of October at the 2 Funky Music Cafe, and tickets are now on sale. Learn more about Black history with Serendipity's The First Rasta, a documentary screening at the Phoenix on October the 18th. Running until January, Out of the Stores Shoes is at the New Workhouses Museum. Laugh Your Way to Better Health is taking place at Abbey Park on Sunday, a fun and enlightening half-day event that discovers the many therapeutic benefits that laughter and play has for the wide range of health conditions. Opal 22 presents Castor The Origins of Caste, a painting that says 1,000 words. The exhibition invites you to delve into how art and artifacts are decoded and how they relate to global majority communities, running until the 3rd of December at the Leicester Museum and Art Gallery. Enjoy the half-time holidays with a picnic at the Abbey Pumping Station Museum and a railway ride. Rides cost 50p, cash only. These are happening on Tuesday the 17th and Tuesday the 24th of October. From October 16th to the 31st, prepare to be awed as Leicester's monuments come alive with colossal illuminated monsters. Have fun rediscovering Leicester, spotting things you've never noticed before with 2 quirky treasure hunt-style heritage walks. Curious about Leicester, visits not just the obvious places but some unusual ones too, with hidden treasures to discover. For the weather, in the next few days it is said to become warmer with long sunny spells with a few areas of cloud developing. The weekend is looking to be unseasonably warm with plenty of sunshine and easing winds. Towards the start of next week, we're seeing occasional rain and getting cooler with temperatures near average. This has been Sandro for Radio 2 Funky Newsbeat.
Radio 2 Funky
News.
The Arts and Business Show with Mahmood Reza.
I don't know what's wrong with you girls. I feel like y'all don't need love. You need somebody who could micromanage you, you know what I'm saying? Tell you right from wrong, who's smart from who's a fool, which utensil to use for which food. Like, I got a schedule to attend to though. I can't really.
You really get carried away, making mistakes, then you beg me to stay. Got me weaking on you like I'm arrogant tape. You got my mind in a terrible place. Whipped and changed you like American slaves. Act like you not used to Sheridan stays. I'm at the you thought could replace. How would that even comparisons made? Next time I swear on my grandmother's grave, I'm sliming you for them kid choices you made. Sliming you out, sliming you out, sliming you out. Hey, this ain't the latest I could get on you. Send wires on wires on wires like Idris. You lucky that I don't take back what was given. I could have you on payment plan till you're 150. And my star right here, she got some bars for y'all. So I'ma fall back and let says a tall hurt for a minute. Sliming you out, sliming you out, sliming you out.
Damn, these got me so twisted. I done you so real, but blame on my line. I can feel what you're spinning. Not too much pride to let no burn. Slide me out, pull up, go right about. Mine, I got time, let's discuss all those lies about. Friend out here like you digging me out, and I ain't even numbing it out. And you ain't about to do rapping about, and I can spend the whole I'm airing it down. I'm going home like a sort of. You tell these you ain't cuddling, but with me you know you doing all that. You telling these you ain't tricking off, but with me you know I'm gonna get it all out. You get so carried away, tripping when that is barely third place. That a pity, it's cute that you lame. Dip cause it's mid, I can fake like it's hanging. Slimy you out, slimy you out, slimy you out. Oh, 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 oh.
Yeah. January, you pretend to see life clearly, gaily. February is a time that you put the evil eye and the pride aside for the fantasy of getting married. Very scary. March got you already second guessing titles. April, spring is here and just like a spring you start to spiral. May bring some warmer days, poolside getting very tan. June, hey, you moving ice cold, going back and forth with a married man. July, that's when I found out July. August, it was baby this, baby that, like yeah, your two's tied. September, we falling off, but I'm still the man you tryna win over. October is all about me, cause your time should've been over. November got your mood board in for next year and you're single. December, the gift giving month, and now you wanna rekindle. Tryna build trust, showing me a DMs, how they tryna bag you. Ironic how the news I got about you ended up being bad news. Get it for 50 racks, girl, the beef costs like it's Wagyu. How I make it see the light like a half moon. Shot to QC, pretty sure I made PMs like it's past noon. All I really know is W's and M's, life looking like a bathroom. All I really know is handbags like I drove through and ordered fast food. Saying now I'm too guarded with my feelings, who the even asked you? 7 bodyguards just in case somebody really wanna try and crash through. Don't know why I listen to you when I hear you talking to me in some half-truths. If I don't pay rent, it end up like a whole hairstyle, girl, it's past due. If I don't...
The Arts and Business Show with Mahmood Reza.
Now, folks, welcome back here. So we had Drake there giving us that, and I'm pleased to announce we have a wonderful special guest. All the guests that come on the Arts Business Show on Radio 2 Funky are fantastic here, but we've got a real corker for you today. So we have Ashley Ainsley on the other end. He's, if I just say entrepreneur, tech genius, hosting one of the, Europe's, I believe, largest tech festival. I'll let the rest of the introductions come from Ashley. So, Ashley, I suppose the first thing is, can you hear us, sir? Hello, hello. Ashley, are you there? Okay, that's it. Folks, just as well that I am not the technically gifted one. Let's have a look, see if we can get this to work. Let's play that down. This is already going well, folks. Here, if we can't make it work, I'm going to go onto my mobile. Ashley, are you coming through? Okay, folks, I'm just going to play a little track while I fix what's going on here. This is Babylon. Hello, Ashley, could you hear any of that? Yeah, okay, there's something that's not quite working out right. Just give me a second or two. Let me just try this. Hang on.
Normally I no fear, my body I dey tell you. If Corona boss me, I no still wear mask.
Say remember where we no feel the chest back. When we see the pushy, I no go too fast talk. It's in my body, you no go fit left. Cause not the kind matter we go fit to end class. Babylon, Babylon. Me a Corona, not to lie. setback. She a book, I get to pick it. Then I stop on Pasco for me, can you agree to it?
So actually, I've just given a tech peek look at that call. Hopefully they'll be here very soon. I apologise for this disruption to your schedule. 1 minute. Morning, Sam. Are you in the building by any chance, Sam?
Yes, yeah, I'm just a meeting.
Oh, right, okay. Is there anyone there that can come up? I'm trying to get the phone for the work and it doesn't seem to be functioning. Could you? I apologise for disrupting your meeting, Sam. Cheers. Yeah, the interview, the guy's waiting on the other line. I just can't get it sorted. Thanks.
Oh God, it's Major League.
Oh, you nasty in it. Money kinda ugly, but you classy with it. Tell fall back with a ransom in it. Don't wanna pay the price, but you catching feelings. Can know that was bad for business. These days they go take it to witness. Let me give you some so you can't forget this. If I take one, I know go miss. Oh, you nasty in it. Money kinda ugly, but you classy with it. Tell fall back with a ransom in it. Don't wanna pay the price, but you catching feelings. No can know that was bad for business. These days they go take the witness. Let me give you some so you can't forget this. If I take one, I know go miss. If I take two, go switch.
So make you give me one dance, I take that risk. Don't make me stand up in the rain, this ain't one wish. Now give me something for the pain, I take 2 sips. Give me something for the weekend, give me something for the Easter. Do your body like a peace sign. In the meantime, if your man keep buzzing, we can make a beeline.
Baby, I'm selfish, don't blame me, can't help it.
The Arts and Business Show with Mahmood Reza.
Well, folks, welcome back here. I think I've just had my technology lesson, and hopefully we've managed to fix it. So, Ashley, can you hear us?
I can. Can you hear me?
Yeah, superb. Now, listen, I'm not going to be obviously recruited to your team as a keen technologist here. I've just had a wonderful person, Sam, who just rushed up to the studio, disrupted this meeting and managed to figure out by pressing a few buttons we've got you live. So listen, thank you very much for sparing the time for your very busy diary to come and speak to us today. So I'm probably not done you justice here because you've got a fantastic backstory, profile and experience here. So tell our wonderful folks on Radio 2 Funky a bit more about yourself, please.
Yeah, so thanks for having me, and yeah, delighted to be here. Yeah, my name's Ashley Ainsley. I'm the co-founder of Colour in Tech, and we are a not-for-profit that I set up about 5 years ago with my co-founder to try and get more people from diverse backgrounds into the tech industry. You know, to be really clear, that's not about, you know, taking people's places or anything like that, but, you know, the way I see it is that, you know, the table's getting bigger, the pie's getting bigger, and how do we get, you know, a good representative sample of all of society sat around that and, you know, eating some of it. So, you know, from my perspective, I used to work for a big tech company, and yeah, I didn't see many people who, you know, were like me, who, you know, were from a black Afro-Caribbean background, from an inner city, who went to a state school, and I was like, that's odd, and why? And it wasn't because people weren't capable or talented. They just didn't necessarily know someone who could refer them, or you know, never really had an interview like that. So, you know, they're more likely to probably do badly when they got one. So yeah, like I wanted to see what I could do to support more people in the community.
Superb. Listen, that's a great ambition, and you know, lots of people have ambition. Not everybody executes it and does it. So, was there a one thing that actually prompted you to hold your nose, dive in, and do it, or was it like a slow build up?
Well, it actually comes back to Leicestershire, actually. So, myself and my co-founder were talking about, you know, how do we, you know, support more people who, you know, from our networks and outside of our networks to get into the industry.
Yeah.
You know, we knew people, but it wasn't just, you know, it wasn't sustainable for, you know, us to put our numbers on the internet and say, oh, we can help you if you ring us or something like that.
Okay.
So, you know, we wanted to build something bigger. And De Montfort University actually in Leicester reached out to us and it was actually like, can you help some of our students get into university, well, from university into the industry? We were like, well, you know, we'll give it a go. Why not? So we took the university travel grant. And actually, you know, encourage the students to literally fly out to Silicon Valley, San Francisco, etc., to meet some of our contacts on our network. So really, it actually started from kind of Leicester. You know, we took a group of students who otherwise wouldn't have had the opportunity to travel, otherwise wouldn't necessarily have ever got to go to Google, for example, go to, you know, Box and some of the great companies over there. And actually, we gave them the opportunity to meet recruiters. They got to network with people doing a variety of different roles to help them understand what they wanted to do. And you know, once we put a little bit of structure around the support that they were getting, those students started to get, you know, get opportunities, get interviews, get you know, feedback from their applications, and ultimately get into roles. And that's, you know, one of the things that we wanted to do.
I mean, that is an incredible thing, and I think people don't always realise about where you are now. I mean, that's 5 years of slog, sweat, perspiration to actually get where you are, and there must have been challenges and obstacles across the path. So when you look back over the last 5 years, what can you isolate the single biggest challenge that you had at the time, and how you met it?
Yeah, I mean, there's a variety of things that come to mind. I think anybody who's run a business, small business or whatever, will know it's stressful. You know, some people, you know, evangelize entrepreneurship. You see people at Dragon's Den, and you're like, oh, it's just that easy. I can go and pitch the money and I can get it. Or
if only.
Or yeah, The Apprentice. Yeah, you know, we see these TV shows, and you know, sometimes, you know, the fundamentals of business are the same. You know, you've got to make money.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's a lot harder than people think. And you know, when we were starting off, yeah, you know, it was literally a case of like, we wanted to do stuff, but you know, we were working full time. We were doing another job. And that's incredibly difficult because, you know, you want to spend time doing stuff, you want to help people, but at the same instance, you know, you've got to keep your lights on and you know, you've got to be able to pay your bills.
I think that's a very good way of putting it. I mean, if the bills don't always pay themselves by promises. So what about in terms of, if you look back at there, what's the biggest single thing that you and your co-founder are particularly proud of?
So actually, it probably comes to Black Tech Fest. So for context, it's a big event celebrating, you know, the contributions of the black community to the technology industry. It's happening, you know, next week in London. So if anybody's there, you can come along for free. Literally, blacktechfest.com. But the reason why I say that is because we were able to get, you know, with effectively very little, you know, marketing budget. You know, we're not the size of some of the big tech companies that we work with. We were able to get, you know, 10,000 people registered online. You know, over 3,500 people through the doors in our first year of ever doing something.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it makes you feel loved because, you know, I don't know that many people. You know what I mean? People came and people wanted to coalesce and come along. You know, I didn't know them. Like, it wasn't like, I'll just tell your friends and family. Like, the momentum of what we built was far beyond ourselves. And we always said we wanted to build, you know, we wanted to build a business that never needed us. You know, in a way, we didn't want the issue to exist. In a way, you know, if we went our ways and did something, you know, we'd want the organisation and it still to be sustainable and do good work. And, you know, for us, that was a real good validation point. We were able to build something that, you know, didn't rely on, you know, me WhatsApping people to be like, can you come along to this, please?
That's great advice. I mean, I always tell people when they're building something, try and build something that's independent of them so it can be passed on. And therefore, if you ever need to pivot or change something, you've got an organisation that's there, sustainable for the future. So that's a great way to approach it. So that tells me, by the way, if you've got 10,000 people registered, that's a fantastic latent need you've tapped into, which can only mean it's only going to get bigger, I would imagine.
Well, yeah, that's the aim. So, I mean, this year we're on target to have 5,000 people through the doors. You know, next year we've got an ambitious target to try and get that up to 10. And, you know, we already are, frankly, the biggest event of its type in Europe. And we feel that there's, you know, there's more to do. And, you know, it's not just, you know, size for vanity's sake. You know, ultimately, we've got amazing companies exhibiting at the event, whether you be, you know, people like the banks and the Goldman Sachs or the JP Morgans of this world, or you've got, you know, some of the telecom companies like, you know, BT are there, or, you know, some of the big tech companies, whether it's AWS or Meta. You know, we've got a range of different organizations there. And the idea around that is that I want to create more opportunities for more people. I'm great that 5,000 people will be there this year, but why not 10? Like, if I can help more people, why not? And
100%.
That's the whole objective of it, really.
Listen, Ashley, hopefully, can we persuade you to stay around for about another 10 minutes or so? Because I'd love to hear your thoughts about a couple of other topics. Now, a very difficult question. We always put people on the spot here. So this may be the most difficult question you've been asked this year. If I asked you to select a track for us, what would you like to put on your playlist?
I'm going to say Pharrell Happy. And the reason is because the sun is out this weekend, and that makes me happy.
Do you know what? That's a fantastic thing. And that means that answer actually means that we're going to hang on to you then for a few more minutes. So listen, this is Happy from Pharrell Williams. Brilliant track, brilliant selection. And we're going to talk to Ashley a bit more after we've heard this particular song.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here. You can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Here come bad news, talking this and that. Well, give me all you got and don't hold it back. Well, I should probably warn you, I'll be just fine. No offense to you, don't waste your time. Here's why. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Hey, go. Bring me down. Can't none bring me down. The love is too high. Bring me down. Can't none bring me down. I said, bring me down. Can't none bring me down. The love is too high. Bring me down. Can't none bring me down. I said, because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Hey, go. Bring me down. Can't none bring me down. The love is too high. Bring me down. Can't none bring me down. I said, because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Hey, hey, hey. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Hey, hey. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do.
Radio 2 Funky
Are
is
you a
celebrating
small
black
business
music,
looking
arts
to
and
get your
culture on
message
Black
heard?
History Month,
Why not
October
advertise with
2023.
us? We have a range of ideas that can help.
Well, folks, welcome back here. That's a brilliant selection from Ashley then, Pharrell Happy. And it's actually pretty good in Leicester as well. Ashley, great track there, selection.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. Yeah, there's a song that makes you smile.
And listen, that's smiling and happiness is a good disposition in life today, even when you're faced with challenges and, think obstacles in front of you. I think having a good positive disposition makes it easier to sort of surmount them as well.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think there's a lot going on in the world. So, just remembering sometimes, the sun is out, the TV needs to smile every day, and yeah, that can change how you feel sometimes. So, that's
100%.
why.
Listen, I was going to ask you actually, because obviously we're talking about Black Tech, and I want to hear a bit more about the festival in a few moments. So, what has changed for you in terms of opportunities for black people, people of colour, getting into the tech industry, and how's it changed, I suppose, in the last 5 years, and more particularly in your own lifetime?
Yeah, I think I think we have to be honest with where it is. I think there's some stats which say, if you apply with a certain name on a CV, you're more likely to get discriminated against. I think historically the industry has kind of been like, oh, we're okay, and it's just people aren't applying or people aren't getting in, and there's lots of kind of reasons why people don't necessarily do so. I mentioned some before. It's kind of like, well, if you apply for a company, you never hear back, you might never apply again, or if you don't have somebody who works there who's able to refer you, then a lot of companies kind of use referral mechanisms as a way to hire quickly and to take recommended people. So it's kind of that network effect. Sometimes it's around confidence and skills. As great as our universities do to support students, they don't necessarily teach us all of the things that we need in the workplace. And sometimes you can pick that up from your peers or your family or your friends. But if you don't have that, if your family or the people that you're close to, don't necessarily work in the industry, then it's hard for them to give you advice about how to get in. And all these kind of things compound, and I suppose are more prevalent for people from underrepresented backgrounds because they've not historically been there before. So that's kind of that. I think obviously post-George Floyd, a lot of world industry kind of woke up to some of the barriers and challenges that I've just mentioned, and I really started to do things about that. Yeah, some of it was money, some of it was obstacle, but there are now more people who are thinking about how to make companies an inclusive place, and that's not just about race. Some people say, oh, it doesn't matter about the colour of your skin, and to an extent it shouldn't. So the statistics say that, well, something seems to happen based on that, but it's not just about that. It's about gender, it's about ability, it's about disability, it's about making places of our work, or like places where everybody can be, places where regardless of your own background or your own skills, you feel like you can apply it, regardless of what you look like, you feel like you can belong there, and that has certainly been a change which we've seen. I think the challenge is to keep that going, and that's kind of where we are now. Obviously, organisations have had budget cuts. The world economy slowed down a little bit, and it's really easy for people to cut things like diversity and inclusion. We're seeing the politics of that nationally kind of come under attack as well. So from my perspective, what I'm trying to do is make an industry which everybody feels that they can be part of, not just the people who've historically been part of that. And that means it's going to be a better place for women. That means it's going to be a better place for people of colour. That means it's going to be a better place if you're gay or disabled, etc., etc. And that's one of the things that we're trying to do. So there's still lots of work to be done, but what I am excited about is to an extent we're still going. And as a result of that, that means that there are organisations, companies, and people out there who recognise that along with me and are still willing to do stuff about that. And that gives me a lot of optimism and faith.
With that optimism and faith, is there like I know it's always difficult to redact these things down to a singular element here. Is there a single thing that you think the industry itself could do to improve, and maybe a tip to share with candidates in terms of what they can do to enhance their chances?
Yeah, I might talk about individuals a bit more, when I start. And I think the thing that's been really beneficial for me in my career, and I think, if you look at some of the most successful people, across industry, it's really growing that network. What I'd really say to people is, take those chances, have those conversations, go to those events, broaden your own circle beyond the people that you kind of, typically know or work with or are your friends. Really think about that, and, it doesn't need to be transactional. You can connect with someone and, keep in touch with them every now and then. It might not, an opportunity might not necessarily materialize for years. But the broad idea is that the broader your network is, the more likely you are to open yourself up to opportunities that those people have. I think there's an old stat that most jobs are actually not advertised, and that's true. Some people are looking for great people who can fill in some gaps in what they're working on, and actually, if you know somebody, that can be a route in, and that shouldn't always be the route in. But whilst we're in the industry in the way that we are now, it's certainly a good thing to be well networked, and in a way that kind of goes for companies too. I always encourage them to think beyond kind of what they're doing today. What new groups can they interact with? Part of it can be customers, part of it can be their partnerships, but what organisations, whether it be your supply chain or your customers, can you reach out to and can you start working with that you otherwise wouldn't? I suppose if from all individuals, how can you spend a little bit of your time in the year working with people that might be a bit outside of the niche, and by doing that we broaden the church for everybody, and therefore we bring more people into the conversation. So companies are really just a collection of people. I think if people take some of these actions as well, we can certainly get to a great place.
So very true. I remember 30 years ago when I first started in business, it was always said that it's not what you know, it's who you know, and that networking, I think, adage rings true. So Ashley, I know I could carry on speaking to you for at least another hour, so I know your diary doesn't permit it. The show. So tell us, remind people about the event coming up.
Yes.
For Black Tech event.
Yeah, so Black Tech Fest, it literally says what's on the tin. We've got DJs, we've got food. It's open to everyone. You don't have to be black. Like, that's the whole point of it. We want to celebrate people, we want to show people, but, we don't want to just be talking, in an echo chamber. So it's free to attend. That's the key thing. Like, there's no money involved. Even if you can't make it in person, we've got a virtual day that's happening on October 10th. So the key thing is go to blacktechfest.com, register for your ticket, whether you can make it in person or not. It's in London on the 11th and the 12th. But please just tune in. It's free for you to do and network. We've got over 30 companies. Many of them are hiring. If you're looking for a job, I'm literally doing what I can to help you get one. So, connect with them, send them a message, talk to them about, your CV, your background, your experience, and see if that's a viable option for you. And yeah, for those people who can make it, the 11th and 12th of October, so that's literally next week, right next to the O2 Arena in London, so super easy for people to get to. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing you there. So yeah, please do just go to blacktechfest.com. And yeah, we've got lots of food, lots of DJs. Craig David, the musician, is our headline speaker. So there's lots of reasons for people to come along.
Superb. Listen, thank you very much for that, and look, good luck with the event. Thank you very much for sparing the time. And just give us another play track, another music track to play on your.
No worries. So this time I'm going to go with one of my favourite bands from when I was a bit younger, actually, the Black Eyed Peas, and it's "I've Got a Feeling." And again, let's have positive vibes. Today's going to be a good day. Tonight's going to be a good night. Yes, let's make that happen.
Brilliant. That's a great way to finish that conversation here. So we're going to have our advert. We're going to go then into that wonderful selection of track by Ashley. Ashley, best wishes for your event. I think that idea of free food, Craig David, I think that's enough to make anyone salivate itself. So thanks for your time this morning. That's been really wonderful.
Black History Month on Radio 2 Funky, celebrating and exploring black music, art and heritage in October 2023. Find out more about Black History Month in Leicester at blackhistorymonth.org.uk.
I love the 90s Halloween special. Saturday, 28th of October 2023 at the Too Funky Music Cafe, 23A New Park Street, Leicester, LE3. Doors 10:30 till 4 a.m. I love the 90s, R&B, dancehall, UK garage, club classics, and Halloween anthems. DJs: Atish, Black Vinyl Magic, Glamour, KMS, and Lady Envy. Early bird tickets £3 and £5 standard via skiddle.com or more on the door. Fancy dress, all your Halloween outfits are welcome. Best dressed goodie bags given away all night. Come and get a super night of 90s music, taking you back, playing all your favourites on the dance floor. For more information and future events, visit toofunkycomplex.co.uk. I love the 90s Halloween special.
Punch Record presents Jamaica Songbird, the amazing Romain Virgo live. Romain Virgo live with his band plus full support on Friday, October 27th at the Too Funky Cafe, 23 New Park Street, Leicester. Get your tickets now from all usual outlets or available online from dice.fm. Don't miss Romain Virgo, the Love Doctor live. Friday, October 27th at the Too Funky Cafe, New Park Street, Leicester.
Black History Month on Radio 2 Funky, celebrating and exploring black music, arts and heritage in October 2023. Find out more about Black History Month in Leicester at blackhistorymonth.org.uk.
The Arts and Business Show with Mahmood Reza.
got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good, good night. A feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good, good night. A feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good, good night. A feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good, good night. Tonight's the night. Let's live it up. I got my money. Let's spin it up. Go out and smash it. Like oh my God. Jump out that sofa. Let's get off.
I know that we'll have a ball if we get down and go out and just lose it all. I feel stressed out, I wanna let it go. Let's go way out, spaced out, and losing all control.
Fill up my cup, Mazel tov. Look at her dancing, just take it off. Let's paint the town, we'll shut it down. Let's burn the roof,
And then we'll do it again.
let's do it, let's do it, let's do it, let's do it, and do it, and do it. Let's live it up and do it, and do it, and do it, do it, do it. Let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. Cause I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good, good night. A feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good, good night. I feel tonight's the night. Hey, let's live it up.
Let's live it up.
I got my money. Hey, let's spin it up. Let's spin it up. Go out and smash it.
Smash it.
Like oh my God.
Like oh my God.
Jump out that sofa. Come on. Let's get off. Fill up my cup.
Drink.
Mazel tov. Look at her dancing.
Move it, move
Just
it.
take it off. Let's paint the town. Paint the town. We'll shut it down. Shut it down. Let's burn the roof.
And then we'll do it again.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. And do it. And do it. Let's live it up and do it. And do it. And do it. Do it. Do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Here we come. Here we go. We gotta rock. Easy come. Easy go. Now we on top. Feel the shot. Body rock. Rock it. Don't stop. Round and round. Up and down. Around the clock. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Friday, Saturday, Saturday to Sunday. Get with us. You know what we say. Party every day. Party every day. And I'm feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good, good night. I'm feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good, good night.
On 95 FM, on DAB, and online at radio2funky.co.uk.
How you guys feeling tonight?
Leicester's black music and arts station, Radio 2 Funky.
The Arts and Business Show with Mahmood Reza.
Welcome back, folks. It's 11:10. Wasn't that a wonderful conversation with Ashley there? Ashley Ainsley, entrepreneur, tech genius, co-founder of Europe's largest tech event there, Black Tech Fest. It's free. It's got food. It's got a DJ. It's got Craig David in there. It's got a whole host of speakers there. I had checked out this site earlier on. So have a look at it, folks. If you fancy a career in the tech industry, even if you're already in the industry, you want to expand that, go down there, have a look, check it out, and all the rest of it. I thought it was a really good, positive, upbeat conversation that we had here. Now, later on in the show, we've got about 40 odd minutes on the show to go. So we're going to be having a look at Black History Month in a bit more detail. We're going to have a look at some of the people in terms of before Windrush, which is the theme of Black History Month as well. I'm going to read some stuff off the bulletin board as well. And just to get ourselves warmed up, let's dive into that bulletin board now, shall we? Well, the Too Funky Arts are looking for volunteers aged 16 plus from across the Midlands, helping them to research the history of UK record shops that specialised in the black music from the 1950s onwards. It's running between October 23 and July 24. There's going to be media and heritage training. You'll get some work experience. It's mainly Leicester based, or it can be virtual. There's going to involve filmmaking, research and content creation. Expenses will be allowed, so you get an expense allowance and refreshments. There will be, as one expects, an average commitment. Minimum commitment required is 8 sessions, and the accommodation will be made for access needs as well. If you want to find out more for this project funded by the National Lottery Heritage Fund, then drop an email to info@twofunkyarts.co.uk, or alternatively, or as well as, visit legacyproject.online. Now, coming up not too far away, Wednesday the 18th of October, there's a class I think I might even go and visit that. It's called Optimising Your Data. It's a free masterclass at Too Funky Kitchen, 23 New Park Street, LE3 5 and 8 for those who love your sat-navs. It's between 6 and 8 p.m. Now, every artist knows how important it is to grow and develop their fan base, their audience, but not many know how to tap into the immense amount of data they get from their social and streaming platforms. Now, Christine Osuzuwa is an expert in this area and will be leading our masterclass to give you knowledge and insight and strategies to optimise your data. Now, she is the strategy director at Shoobs.com, what a wonderful name, and former global marketing director of data and insights at Warner Music Group. So she comes here with a good pedigree and a good background. Now, in this session, she's going to share the tools and approaches that can help you optimise your data to supercharge the impact of your future releases. It's a free event, isn't that a wonderful world? And the free tickets can be purchased from Skiddle. Now, it's a free event, but obviously you want to make sure that you can get there, get a good seat. So don't leave it too late. Book your ticket so they can have an anticipation of who's coming and who's not. Babylon Clean.
Make I no go enemies then set trap. I walk out with the leg like who they sell a chart. Normally I no fear, my body I dey tell you. If Corona boss me, I no still wear mask.
Say remember where we no feel the tears back. When we see the pushy, I no go too fast stack. It's in my story, you no go fit left. Cause not the guy matter we go fit to end class. Babylon, Babylon.
Like an aku for your face like Okoro. Leader, lion, yes I be idolo. Fight and face my fears, no ojoro. Jesus. Man I move like a stallion. Jesus. Meeting strong, me not tag along. Jesus. What best are the champion? Big Tony carry on.
Depuis the shake me, say I don't be mad pow. I got it set back, if if I easy my setback. She a book, I get to be get. Then I stop on Pascal for me to no agree to answers. Babylon, Babylon. Me a go run until I. Babylon, Babylon. Me a go run until I find devil's gate.
This is Radio 2 Funky.
Oh God, it's Major League.
Oh, you nasty in it. Money kinda ugly, but you classy with it. Tell fall back with a ransom in it. Don't wanna pay the price, but you catching feelings. No kendo, that was bad for business. These days they go to witness. Let me give you some so you can't forget this. If I take one, I no go miss. Oh, you nasty in it. Money kinda ugly, but you classy with it. Tell fall back with a ransom in it. Don't wanna pay the price, but you catching feelings. No kendo, that was bad for business. These days they go to witness. Let me give you some so you can't forget this. If I take one, I no go miss. If I take two, go switch.
To make it, give me one dance, I take that risk. Don't make me stand up in the rain, this ain't one wish. Now give me something for the pain, I take 2 sips. Give me something for the weekend, give me something for the Easter. Do your body like a peace sign. In the meantime, if your man keep buzzing, we can make a beeline.
Maybe I'm selfish, don't blame me, can't help it. Cocoa brown skin sweet like chocolate, need a helping. Maybe I'm helpless, drop life till I empty. Cocoa brown skin sweet like chocolate, got me melting.
Oh, you nasty in it. Money kinda ugly, but you classy with it. Tell fall back with a ransom in it. Don't wanna pay the price, but you catching feelings. No kendo, that was bad for business. These days they go to witness. Let me give you some so you can't forget this. If I take one, I no go miss. If I take one shot, I no go miss.
Maybe I'm selfish, don't blame me, can't help it. Cocoa brown skin sweet like chocolate, need a helping. Maybe I'm helpless, drop life till I empty. Cocoa brown skin sweet like chocolate, got me melting.
Maybe I'm selfish, don't blame me, can't help it. Cocoa brown skin sweet like chocolate, need a helping. Maybe I'm helpless, chop life till I empty. Cocoa brown skin sweet like chocolate, got me melting.
Get in touch with us at Radio 2 Funky via WhatsApp or text service on 0755 18030.
The Arts and Business Show with Mahmood Reza.
Welcome back, folks. It's 11:19. That was Babylon, followed by Band for Business. And as I said, it's now actually, as I'm mumbling on, it's 10:20 here, 40 minutes of the show to go. So let's dive into Black History Month here. Now, Black History Month, the theme this year is effectively before Windrush. Now, Windrush is not the birthdays or the celebration of Windrush, but Windrush has a backcloth here, just to make sure we're all familiar with that. It refers to the generation arrived in the UK, mainly came from the Caribbean and the Caribbean islands between 1948 and 1971. Now, they came ostensibly to the UK, invited in to fill post-war labour shortages and help rebuild the economy. And that's really important to put that into context. Being invited in, encouraged to come here. Britain post-Second World War needed building, it needed a workforce, it needed those resources here. Now, when they came there, that a lot of them had actually served in Britain with the armed forces during the war. Some were skilled mechanics, carpenters, musicians, tailors, engineers, welders, a whole host of people, a lot of people coming to take on jobs in the newly created NHS. There was no NHS there pre-war. It created after the war. Now, a lot of them who came to Leicester, by the way, settled within the Highfields area, close to the train station. Housing was plentiful. Now, despite coming invited, encouraged to come in, a lot of them were very enthusiastic, looking at it as what they called the mother country here. Unfortunately, the welcome was not as they expected. So racism was rife, and that's underplaying it. And everyday life was often a battle itself. Now, despite that, despite those challenges, despite those obstacles, they settled in, making a magnificent contribution to British cultural and working life and all the rest of it. So there's a lot that we need to thank those earlier people who came to the UK, and from that, you know, the landscape has changed tremendously. Now, in terms of Black History Month, again, it was founded a long time ago. It wasn't initially a UK thing here, but it's now endemic in the UK. We celebrate it in October, in line with Canada, I think New Zealand as well. We've got a lot of events coming up, and let me just give you a flavour of some of them, and I want to profile some people that I think is worth profiling, that's listed in terms of people performing in the coming month, as well as people who've made a magnificent contribution to British life, and not just famous people, but people on an individual level as well. Now, we had, and it's finished now, the Better Together Windrush Showcase. Also come out. That's what we've got. Now this looks fantastic. The first Rasta at the Phoenix, 4 Midland Street, Leicester, LE1 1TG. That's on October the 18th, if I can read. October the 18th, 7 p.m. And it's presented by Serendipity Institute for Black Arts and Heritage in partnership with the Phoenix. Now, it's going beyond the conventional stereotypes, and this cultural history offers an uncensored vision of a movement with complex roots and the exceptional journey of a man who sought black liberation and unity as well. Now, when I was doing some research for the show, I came across a couple of people here from the Windrush generation, and I think that's tied in to the whole Black History Month here. Ivor Cummings, have you heard of Ivor Cummings? Now, he is the unsung gay father of the Windrush generation. Now, he was a pioneering figure and an activist in the history of the Windrush generation, albeit his contributions haven't been recognised for quite a long time. He was originally born in Kingston, Jamaica in 1918, and he grew up in a time when being openly gay was taboo, stigmatised, and actually you could be prosecuted as such for being a homosexual, which is obviously not a good thing. Now, despite these challenges, he played a crucial role in supporting and nurturing the early immigrants from the Caribbean who gained to be known, as we said, as the Windrush generation. He moved to the UK in the late 30s. He settled in London. He became an unspoken pillar of the growing Caribbean community. In addition to the support for the LGBTQ+ and Caribbean communities, he was an advocate for social justice and civil rights, working behind the scenes, organising gatherings, providing advice and a sense of belonging. He passed away in 1995, and his legacy was one of love and acceptance. So that's a figure from history that is often forgotten, but actually before Windrush highlighted. If you want to go and check out the Black History Month website, highlighted there. I'm going to talk to you about Leary Constantine later on, Britain's first black peer. I think it's time to have a bit of Muzak though, don't you?
Are you a small business looking to get your message heard? Why not advertise with us? We have a range of ideas that can help grow your business, cut through the social media noise, and talk directly to your audience. Contact info@radio2funky.co.uk or call us on 011 62 55 9837. Don't believe radio works? You're listening, aren't you?
Move a step closer. You know that I want you. I can tell by your eyes that you want me to. Just a question of time. I knew it
you, baby. So hold me so tight. Put your arms around me. You make me feel so safe. Can you whisper in my ear that you're here to stay? Yeah. Dreams can come true. Look at me, babe, I'm with you. You know you got to have hope. You know you got to be strong. Dreams can come true. Look at me, babe, I'm with you. You know you got to have hope. You know you got to be strong. Dreams can come true. Look at me, babe, I'm with you. You know you got to have hope. You know you got to be strong. Dreams can come true. Look at me, babe, I'm with you. You know you got to have hope. You know you got to be strong.
On 95 FM, on DAB, and online at radio2funky.co.uk.
How you guys feeling tonight?
Leicester's black music and arts station, Radio 2 Funky.
The Arts and Business Show with Mahmood Reza.
Welcome back, folks. So we've got about a few more seconds here before the 11:30 hour. We've got half an hour to go of the show. We've got some wonderful DJs. I'll keep saying that, Sam. You know, the word fillers here, they get really irritating sometimes. So note to self, eliminate that word some if it's not relevant here. So when I say some wonderful DJs, they're all brilliant, wonderful DJs that are going to be following me from 12 o'clock onwards here. We've got Sandro, Rhythm Nation, going to look after you from 12 till 2. Wayne McDonald, Sugar Radio. Tasty music for tasty people. He's going to look after you up until 4 o'clock. And then we've got Brett Costello, Urban Meltdown. And then followed by LVT with Vibes. Followed by Dominate, taking us up till 10 o'clock. And then we've got DJ KMS, the golden age of hip hop, taking you up till midnight. What's not to love about that? Let's have a track. And we can dive back into the history of Black History Month and what else is going on in Leicester up until, for the next week, the next few days, who knows? We could even be crazy and look in terms of what's going on till the end of October as well.
Are you a small business looking to get your message heard? Why not advertise with us? We have a range of ideas that can help grow your business, cut through the social media noise, and talk directly to your audience. Contact info at radio2funky.co.uk or call us on 011 62 55 9837. Don't believe radio works? You're listening, aren't you?
The Arts and Business Show with Mahmood Reza.
Let me tell you why I love him. 'Cause he is the truth. Said he is so real. And I love the way that he makes me feel. And if I am a reflection of him, then I must be fly. Because his light, it shines so bright, I wouldn't lie. I remember the very first day that I saw him. I found myself immediately intrigued by him. It's almost like I knew this man from another life. Like back then maybe I was his husband, maybe he was my wife. And here the things I don't like about him are fine with me. 'Cause it's not hard for me to understand him, 'cause he's so much like me. And it's truly my pleasure to share his company. And I know that it's God's gift to breathe the air he breathes. Oh, he is the truth. Said he is so real. And I love the way that he makes me feel. And if I am a reflection of him, then I must be fly. Because his light, it shines so bright, I wouldn't lie. How can the same man that makes me so mad, you know what he did? Turn right around and kiss me so soft. Girl, you know what he did? If he ever left me, I wouldn't even be sad. No,
makes me feel. And if I am a reflection of him, then I must be fly, because his light, it shines so bright. No, I love the way he speaks, I love the way he thinks, I love the way that he treats his mama, I love that gap in between his teeth. I love him in every way that a woman can love a man, from personal to universal, but most of all it's unconditional. You know what I'm talking about? That's the way I feel, and I always will. There ain't no substitute for the truth. Either it is or it isn't. You see, the truth, it needs no proof. Either it is or it isn't. And you know the truth by the way it feels. Oh. And if I am a reflection of him, then I must be fly, because he is. Yes, he is. I wonder, does he know?
Get in touch with us at Radio 2 Funky via WhatsApp or text service on 07 55 44 18030.
Welcome back, folks. It's 11:35 here. Black History Month, did you know, was the brainchild of Akiaba Eddie Sabu, a special projects officer working at the GLC, Greater London Council. I think I was in London at, when it started, 87? No, I'd left Leicester. I'd left for Leicester a few years ago, but GLC was still around when I moved to Leicester. Now, he wanted to boost the self-esteem of black British children and young adults by educating them on the achievements of black people living in the UK. I think it's too easy to forget the achievements that people make in their lives, so that was a great inspiration there. He took his inspiration from Black History Month, also known as African American History Month in the US. Now, the first official event took place on the 1st of October 1987 at County Hall, and the keynote speaker was Inner London Educational Authority Deputy Leader Bernard Wiltshire. Presentations were made by the American historian Dr. Malona Karenga and Kenyan women's activist Wanju Kuru. Now, it's then since grown into a nationalist movement that's observed, or national movement I should say, not a nationalist, apologies for that faux pas, a national movement that's observed throughout the UK. International Black History Month, by the way, is also recognised in Ireland, Italy, Germany and the Netherlands in October, and Canada, my mistake, in February. Now, it's interesting to note here, there is an event that started in 87 and now it's become embedded as into the national calendar in the United Kingdom. All events take time to mushroom, so when they first had that first keynote speaker event there as well, they wouldn't necessarily have envisaged that it would have grown to the size that it is. Lots of organisations helping spread that message and share, reflect and inspire. We heard that from Colour Tech as well there, an event that starts off, and again, these things that arrive do take application. You do need to put that sweat in to get the equity, so I think that's a lesson for us all here. Outcomes depend on energy, investment, attitude, application and all those things coming together there as well. So it's not these things that are overnight successes, typically are several years in the making. That was the track The Truth we heard by India Ari, and this is going to be a couple of tracks back to back for you. If I just say B and J, Beyonce and Jay-Z, that will give you a flavour of what's going to come up, followed by Black Dress.
History in the making.
know when the flow is loco. Young B and the ROC. OG, big homie, the one and only. Stick bony, but the pockets is fat like Tony. Soprano, the rock handle like Ben X2. I shake phonies, man, you can't get next to. The genuine article, I do not sing though. I sling though, if anything, I bling yo. Star like Ringo, war like a Greensboro wreck. You crazy, bring your whole set. Jay-Z in the range, crazy in the range. They can't figure him out, they like, hey, is he insane? Yes, sir, I'm cut from a different cloth. My texture is the best firm chinchilla. I've been dealing in chain smokers. How you think I got the name over? I've been realer, the game's over. Fall back young, ever since I made the change over to platinum, the game's been a rap one.
Got me looking so crazy, my baby. I'm not myself lately. I'm foolish. I don't do this. I've been playing myself, baby. I don't care, 'cause your love's got the best of me, and baby you're making a fool of me. You got me sprung, and I don't care who sees, 'cause baby you got me, you got me, you got me so crazy, baby. Got me looking so crazy right now. Your love's got me looking so crazy right now. You're crazy, got me looking so crazy right now. Your touch got me looking so crazy right now. Got me hoping you please me right now. Your kiss got me hoping you save me right now. Looking so crazy, your love's got me looking so crazy, your love. Got me looking so crazy right now. Your love's got me looking so crazy right now. Got me looking so crazy right now. Your touch got me looking so crazy right now. Got me hoping you please me right now. Your kiss got me hoping you save me right now. Looking so crazy, your love's got me looking so crazy, your love. I imagine you just like a fantasy. I intertwine with you, create a color scheme. Remember, try to remember you, but you're like a dying tree, time tall, like you know what I mean. Even when it's dark out, I can see your bone structure. I can see the light in you. Even when it's dark out, I can see your bone structure. I can see the light in you. My baby was in a black dress when she married me. I'm the reason that you walk that way in your 2-inch heels. I wish the world did you better, so I could see you. I drove past 7, we're high, we're see-through. And they won't understand, no. You see my light even when they say I'm bad for you. We still swam on them, we didn't drown even when the waves crash on us. Even when it's dark out, I can see your bone structure. I can see the light in you. Even when it's dark out, I still can see your bone structure. I can see the light in you. she marry me? I'm the reason that you walk that way into tears.
Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Radio 2 Funky, or visit our website radio2funky.co.uk.
Mahmood Reza.
Welcome, folks, back here. It's 11:45. So we had Crazy in Love, we had Black Dress. We're back in the room now, 11:45, and through the window I can see the wonderful Sandro, who's not only doubles up as a brilliant DJ, but also a newscaster. So if I wave at him through the window, if he can see me through his left eye, we might be able to drag him in so he can tell us what's going on in his show from 12 o'clock with Rhythm Nation. We want to hear that, don't we, folks? So again, I might just go tap on the window when I play this next track itself. So, what else is coming up in the wonderful landscape of Leicester? Well, on the 19th of October, it's called Witches and Wizards Day at Leicester Guildhall Museum. It's on a Thursday, October the 19th, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Now, go along and celebrate a magical day at Leicester's Haunted Hall. Make a witch's cat hat, say that very quickly, a flying wizard, and your own book of spells. Come dressed in your own Halloween outfit and join in the magical trail around the museum. And the cost is a mere £3 on entry. Tuesday the 24th of October, half-term railway day at Abbey Pumping Station. Enjoy the half-time holidays with a picnic at the Abbey Pumping Station Museum and a railway ride. Rides only cost 50p. Cash only, I'm afraid, to be paid at the train itself. Advance booking is not required. 24th of October is the press start at Pedestrian, starting on the 24th of October to the 12th of December between 6 and 8 p.m. So if you're a musician, a producer, an MC between 16 and 25, Pedestrian are holding free music sessions to take your music to a whole new level. You'll get to work with professional musicians, music producers to gain new skills. There's going to be free refreshments. What is it with this refreshments and free? It's wonderful. And special education needs and additional needs are welcome. The project's going to be held every Tuesday starting from the 23rd October till the 12th of December. Sign up at www.pedestrian.info/apply. In about a couple of minutes.
Passion aside, I never lead when I'm supposed to. Roles get defined, I'd rather leave them at the door. Fast forward at a party, caressing on your good body. Like damn, back of mine, feel so. Said a little much and I don't wanna beat up, but you know I don't break bread with just anybody. You so hard to please, so am I. Kudos for your patience, I can't fake the sea of stars align. Maybe I just wanna try, but this is hard, I don't wanna lie. It's in the stars, baby, you and I. So let's just say that I know what this could be, and we won't ever see unless we try. It's either we gon' fly or we gon' drown. Don't know how this gon' play, all I could say is that I never let you down. You know I don't break bread with just anybody. Keep my feet on solid ground. You so hard to please, so am I. If you want, we'll make a song. Kudos for your patience, I can't fake the sea of stars align.
Arts and Business Show with Mahmood Reza.
Now, folks, before we get stuck into some more music, we are very privileged. He's flown in from the relaxing area, what we call the green room, which is actually right. We have Sandro. Sandro, good morning to you. How's it going?
Good morning. You know what? I'm still trying to catch my breath from walking up the stairs. Because if you've not been here before, it's about 3 flights of stairs and it feels like an exercise. But otherwise, I'm doing okay, thank you.
Now, folks, this guy's a fit young man, so while he's saying that, when a dodgy old croc like me can just about get up those stairs. So what's coming up on your wonderful show at midday?
So at midday, obviously, it's Black History Month, so we'll kind of just have a short discussion. There's kind of 2 themes this year, and the theme I'm going to focus on today is celebrating our sisters. So we're going to be listening to a lot of maybe old school, new school, so make sure you come and see what's in store for today.
Superb, we're looking forward to that. And what are we calling your show today?
Today it will be the House of Rhythm Nation.
The House of Rhythm Nation, okay.
Yes.
Remember, folks, it might be called something else next week. So we're looking forward to that. So, folks, make sure you stay tuned to listen to Sandro with our sisters, 12 o'clock till 2 o'clock, looking after you. And until then, let's get back to some music. So this is Burna Boy and City Boys.
Hey, yo, I'm not even going to lie. I used to call myself an ugly you, but I'm not even an ugly you. I'm a sexy you, you understand? Gal all over the globe wanna up me, you understand?
Girls in my crib, 0 Snapchat, 0 Instagram posting. Got the vibe, my dick start falling like London Bridge. I don't care if I saw you in a magazine or if you're on TV. That one don't mean nothing to me. Don't need a shower, baby, I need a free. Lick it like ice cream, as if you mean to be disgusting. It's not enough. Chop my banana, one side I like and no stopping. Go shopping. Dash. Me over Colorado. Breakfast bonfire. Me Danny Muja come. As you are champagne bamboo. I guess a girl from the ghetto. Girls from uptown. That's the life of a city boy. Oh yeah, get Dama. Oh yeah, get Jello. Oh yeah, get. Oh yeah, get. Mama Sheba, come back on. Make me the start to the paragon. Start to the halagon. Cause you know say my people they calagon. Ogulo makbawo. As they hating on us, make we manyamo. You know I be my father's son. Cause you know say I come from Potako. That's why I'm Jago. Start to the dance, I'm like I do. Koni Tolago. I go show you say bounce and Tolago. Cause I be city boy. And as a day for the street, they give me joy. Lamborghini boy. Put them on Jesus and I'm not religious. Oh, I know. Me over Colorado. Breakfast bonfire. Me Danny Muja come. As you are champagne bamboo. I guess a girl from the ghetto. Girls from uptown. That's the life of a city boy. Oh yeah, get Dama. Oh yeah, get Jello. Oh yeah, get Joe. Oh yeah, get. Oh yeah, get. Oh yeah, get.
Hey yo, I'm not even gonna lie. I used to call myself an ugly you, but I'm not even an ugly you. I'm a sexy you, you understand? Gal all over the globe wanna up me, you understand?
The Arts and
This
Business Show
is
with
Radio
Mahmood
2
Reza.
Funky.
Folks, there you got that in duplicate. Radio 2 Funky mixed in with the Arts Business Show short jingle. What more could you want? Now, before we've only got about 5.5 minutes of the show to go. So before we wrap up, let me tell you about Leary Constantine, cricketer, statesman, and Britain's first black peer. Now, he came from originally from Trinidad in 1901. As I said, Britain's first black peer, but also known for his statesmanship and as well as for his cricket. Now, his cricket talent was spotted in the early 20s. He played for the West Indies, gained recognition as an exceptional all-rounder. He played for Lancashire County Cricket Club, and he faced a lot of racial discrimination. But, you know, instead of being beaten down by it, and I think most people, that's a really uncomfortable, to put it mildly, thing to experience, he used his influence to challenge the status quo, advocating for equal treatment and opportunities for black athletes. Now, he was a statesman and advocate for racial equality, and he served as a welfare officer for the West Indian Air Force during World War II. helping Caribbean servicemen and women, and he improved the conditions for black people in the UK and the wider Commonwealth. Now, he was made a life peer in 1969, which was incredible, and unfortunately he passed away in 1971. But when we talk about before Windrush, which is one of the themes for Black History Month, that's another wonderful person to remember. We're going to dive more into celebrating people on next week's show and beyond, and taking us out to round up the show in preparation for the DJs that are going to be following me. Let's have Simon Webb. I think this is a great way to reflect and think about what we've heard today, the week ahead, and the week's just gone.
I just know your life's gonna change.